Hello everyone and welcome to the YouTube channel of the Nissan EV Owners UK Group. I'm Paul Eden. Recently I looked into the proposed merger of Honda and Nissan, what brought it about and who was involved. It's a very fast moving situation, so I'm going to bring you an update. Around Christmas time, the Japanese government wanted this merger to happen, and the two companies made a Memorandum of Understanding, an MOU, which seemed to lay out an achievable course for them. But when the meetings actually got underway, things didn't go according to plan. Honda announced they wanted Nissan to become a subsidiary, which wasn't in the MOU. Nissan said they wanted to be an equal partner, though in fairness, that wasn't in the MOU either. Nissan balked at Honda's insistence on Nissan cutting capacity. I have some sympathy here. Nissan doesn't have an overcapacity problem. It is already cutting 9,000 employees and 20% in its turnaround plan. Honda's accusation of Nissan arrogance, though probably well founded, soured the gathering to the point that it broke up, and a few days later the deal was scrapped. Ultimately, sources told Reuters Honda's insistence of Nissan becoming a subsidiary sunk the deal. While the two companies ended discussions, they told a press conference they would continue with previously agreed collaborations. Nissan CEO Makoto Uchida later told another press conference that they would close a manufacturing in Thailand and two more unnamed facilities. He also hinted that he would leave his position if the turnaround plan didn't succeed. Stock in Nissan rose on this rule, although other world events such as tariff chatter coming from the White House affected trading too. The Tokyo Stock Exchange suspended trading in Nissan stock a number of times to protect it, while Honda's shares have trended upwards throughout. Nissan and Honda appear to be committed to similar commercial goals and face similar challenges, and the companies, though disparate in size, are more alike than they care to recognise. While a merger is off the cards, they might find more common ground to help face the threats from China. The unwelcome spectre of factory closures still looms large. The Nissan factory at Sunderland, known as NMUK, appears safe. They've recently slowed manufacture of the Qashqai model, with production going to a single shift. This saves money but doesn't cost jobs. The UK government have poured a lot of money into this site of late, and others are investing there too, notably AESC, formerly a collaboration between Nissan and NEC, now sold to Shanghai-based Envision. Elsewhere, at least one facility in Thailand has been earmarked for closure, and the troubled investment and tariff environment in the US seems to point to both Smyrna and Canton closing. Foxconn is still observing from a discreet distance. Chairman Young Lu said this week his company would consider taking a stake in Nissan, but its main aim was collaboration. Foxconn's chief of EV operations, Yun Seki, who used to work for Nissan and has been to Paris with the aim of purchasing Renault's 35% stake in Nissan. Before the now aborted merger talks, Renault was said to be receptive to a sale, and it seems their position is unchanged as the prospects of merger vary. The FT in London reported, with some confidence, that a high-level group including former Tesla board member Hiro Mizuno, with backing from ex-Japanese Prime Minister Yoshihide Suga, were drawing up plans to bring Tesla in as a strategic investor in Nissan. They told board members they felt they could interest Elon Musk in the Nissan plants in the US. Furthermore, it's understood they still want Foxconn to be involved. Musk, in a typically quizzical reply, seemed uninterested. Tesla has overproduction issues and declining first quarter sales, particularly in the US, so it's not clear what the attraction for Tesla would be. Nissan see a Tesla-Nissan tie-up as being favourable because the US is seen as being friendly to Japan. More recently, Nissan were publicly supporting CEO Makoto Uchida. He's been in charge since Carlos Ghosn left, but his efforts have resulted in some of the company's worst financial reports, and Honda are hinting him being in post is an obstacle to reviving the merger talks. Many have criticised Uchida's stewardship of Nissan. Allow me to draw a Formula One comparison. It's often said in that sport that your biggest rival is your teammate. They are both your closest ally and your fiercest rival. Because they're using identical car tyres and engines and tactics they will always be the benchmark by which you are measured. When we consider Renault and Nissan have been using identical platforms and often share manufacturing, we have to ask why Renault's financial performance is so much better. Renault's market capitalisation, the value of the company, has increased along with its stock price, while Nissan has lost value. One major difference between the two is their Chinese operations. Renault don't sell many cars in China and never has. It has no significant manufacturing there either. We know that the downturn in Chinese sales is impacting those who operate there, and Nissan are very much not alone in suffering in this regard. But it seems Renault don't have as far to fall as the Chinese market for non-Chinese cars shrinks. Meet Jeremy Papin. The French-American has recently been elevated to Chief Financial Officer of Nissan, having served admirably in Nissan North America. He's said to be much more amenable to Nissan becoming a subsidiary of Honda, and replacing Uchida might just be the tonic the merger needs. This story isn't over yet, and as always, we'll be keeping a close eye on developments, especially with Foxconn's potential involvement and their interest in Renault's stake in Nissan, and the manoeuvring that might revive the Honda merger. Stay tuned for more updates. Thanks for watching. As ever, I'll be reading and considering any replies below and will answer all of them. Thank you again.